Welcome to Touchdown Hub HQ, the ultimate zone where future legends are born, draft dreams come alive, and the road to NFL greatness truly begins. If you love digging into the heart of the game and discovering the stars before they shine, you're in the right place. Now imagine this. You're in the war room, the clock is ticking, the board is lit up with names, but one pick could define a franchise for the next decade. That's what makes the NFL draft so special. And while the 2025 class might not be bursting at the seams with so-called blue chip elites, don't let that fool you. Beneath the surface lies a hidden tier of prospect scouts are quietly raving about behind closed doors, the Red Stars. These are the guys evaluators would bet their reputations on. Players with the mindset, grit, and fire to outperform expectations, no matter their draft slot. Today, we're diving deep into the top 5 Red Stars to watch in the 2025 NFL Draft. Guys who may not be headlining the draft, but who absolutely have what it takes to dominate in the league. Whether you're a fan, a fantasy GM, or just a draft junkie, you'll want to stick around until the end. Because we're not just talking about potential, we're spotlighting the future. Let's kick things off with number 5, Darius Alexander, defensive tackle out of Toledo. Standing at over 300 pounds, Darius Alexander is one of those guys you just can't ignore. He's not the kind of a name that jumps off the stat sheet with only 9 career sacks and 22 tackles for loss. But if you pop on the tape, you see something different. You see violent hands, you see rare agility for a man his size, you see a motor that doesn't quit, and the kind of disruption that doesn't always show up in box scores. Alexander thrives in chaos. He's the kind of interior presence that makes offensive lines uncomfortable from the snap. He's got the build and explosiveness to become a key cog in any attacking front, especially for teams looking to create pressure up the middle. In today's NFL, where quarterbacks are getting the ball out quicker than ever, having an interior pass rusher who can collapse the pocket is absolutely essential. What makes Alexander a Red Star is this. He may come from a smaller school, but his traits are big time. With the right scheme fit, preferably one that allows him to attack and not just absorb blockers, he could evolve into a game-wrecking presence. Think of him as a long-term investment with huge upside. He may not be a first-rounder, but he could have a first-round impact. Number 4, Cam Skattebo, running back from Arizona State. Here's a name that deserves way more love, Cam Skattebo. In an era where workhorse backs are becoming rare, Skattebo offers something both old school and new school. He's a grinder, a power runner with incredible balance and vision. But he's also got finesse, the kind of footwork and body control that lets him bounce off tackles and find daylight in tight spaces. Skattebo doesn't just run through you, he runs around you. And when he gets into space, he becomes a legitimate threat. What separates him from other mid-round backs is his versatility. He's got soft hands, he understands leverage, and he's a reliable receiver out of the backfield. That dual threat ability makes him a perfect fit for today's NFL, where coordinators are looking for guys who can contribute on all 3 downs. He may not have the headline stats or top-end speed, but Skattebo is a football player through and through. He understands the game, plays with a chip on his shoulder, and always seems to fall forward. If he lands on a team that believes in balance and toughness, he could carve out a starting role sooner than expected. Think of him as a sleeper who might end up carrying an offense one day. Number 3, Donovan Ezeruwaku, edge rusher out of Boston College. Now, we're getting into straight-up production. Donovan Ezeruwaku is one of the most explosive edge rushers in this class. 30 career sacks, 16.5 in 2024 alone, and a never-ending motor. He's not the biggest guy on the edge at 6'2" and 248 pounds, but he's got twitch, he's got technique, and he knows how to win off the line. Ezeruwaku is all about speed to power. His first-step quickness is deadly, and he combines that with hand-fighting skills that make life miserable for offensive tackles. He's the kind of pass rusher that offensive coordinators have to account for, even if he's not a top 10 pick. What makes him dangerous is his ability to convert speed into disruption. He doesn't just pressure quarterbacks, he gets home. Now here's the key. Fit. If Eze Ruwaku lands on a team that lets him rush from a wide 9 position and use a 2-point stance, he could absolutely take off. The comparison to Hassan Reddick isn't just lazy, it's real. Reddick faced the same criticisms coming out, and now he's one of the most feared rushers in the league. Eze Ruwaku has that same potential. He's a red star through and through. Overlooked by some, but not for long. Number 2, Mason Taylor, tight end from LSU. Talk about bloodlines. Mason Taylor is the son of Hall of Famer Jason Taylor and the nephew of another Hall of Famer, Zach Thomas. But make no mistake, he's carving his own path. At 6'5", 251 pounds, Taylor is built for the modern NFL. He's not just a pass-catching specialist or a blocking tight end, he's both. And that makes him a potential mismatch nightmare. Taylor's soft hands, clean routes, and football IQ make him a quarterback's best friend. He understands leverage, attacks zones, and isn't afraid to get physical in contested catches. As a blocker, he's already better than most tight ends in this class, and his frame suggests he'll only improve with NFL coaching. He's the kind of guy who can stay on the field for every snap, running routes on one play, sealing the edge on the next. What elevates him to red star status is his polish. He plays like a pro already. His game is advanced, his demeanor is locked in, and he's got that rare ability to elevate an offense just by being on the field. He might not go in the top 15, but don't be surprised if he ends up being one of the best tight ends to come out of this draft. And now, the number 1 red star to watch in the 2025 NFL Draft. Shedeur Sanders, quarterback from Colorado. This is the one that might stir some debate, and that's okay. Shedeur Sanders isn't your typical QB prospect. He's got flash, he's got swagger, and yeah, he's got skeptics, but peel all that away, and what you're left with is a classic, tough, accurate drop-back passer who's been getting it done since day one. Sanders has the kind of mental toughness you can't teach. He stood tall under pressure at both Jackson State and Colorado, transforming programs and carrying offenses. He's got excellent touch and a deep understanding of timing and the ability to make every throw in the playbook. What makes him special is his anticipation. He throws guys open, not just to them. His time under Pat Shurmur, a former NFL head coach, has also helped him prepare for the league. He's not coming in raw. He's been reading coverages, executing pro concepts, and running an offense with real structure. Add to that his experience, leadership, and proven production, and you've got a guy ready to lead a franchise. Sanders may not be a consensus top 3 pick, but that's what makes him a red star. He's the guy evaluators will fight for in the draft room. The one they believe in, no matter the noise. And honestly, with the right support, there's every reason to believe Shedeur Sanders could develop into a franchise quarterback. And there you have it, the top 5 red stars to watch in the 2025 NFL Draft. These guys might not get all the pre-draft spotlight, but come Sunday this fall, don't be surprised if they're the ones making game-winning plays. In a draft class that might not be filled with hype, these players bring something even more valuable. Reliability, versatility, and that all-important chip on the shoulder. Which red star are you betting on? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to Touchdown Hub HQ. We're just getting started with our 2025 draft coverage, and you won't want to miss a single name on our radar. Until next time, keep your eyes on the field, your mind on the tape, and your heart in the game. This is Touchdown Hub HQ, where football futures are made